Well, I'm Minnie Lou Bradley, and I've been ranching out here for 56 years. Been a lot of changes. We moved out here in spring of 1955. Bill and I just gotten married, and actually, it was probably upsetting to him. He asked his daddy to find him a place for us to live, and he was overseas in Korea, and I was working for the Texas Angus Association. So anyway, when he told his daddy that, his daddy said, well, let's go hunt for a ranch, because we didn't get married when he got back. So he found this place, and I will never forget it. They ranched down in Wichita County, his folks did. And so I came up from Fort Worth, and we came up here. And I came from western Oklahoma, and West Central. And, it rained there every once in a while, and we had a lot of good farmland and all. And we turned down to 83, and of course it's in the very height of the 50s drought. And I remember crossing Red River, and it was white, just like it is today. And they told me that was salt. No water in the river, just salt. What kind of river is that, And then we came on a little further north, and then we turned west on a country road. And it was 10 miles across, and just one headquarters. They called it BP Smith Land and Cattle Company, which is the Vest now. And we drove up here and crossed the cattle guard, and there was this old house. It was supposed to be white, but it had turned red from the sand. And tumbleweeds were up about to the first story, and the old porch was falling in and all. Then we went out in the pastures, and we drove around. It was 3,400 acres we were looking at. We went out in the pasture, and we got around to the North Jonah pasture. And I didn't see any grass, and a lot of brush. And my to-be father-in-law got down on his knees, I'll never forget it, with his pocket knife, and he dug up the roots, and he said, the roots are alive. I believe this would be a good outfit. And the time we got back to the house to let the owner out, the present owner out, when my mother-in-law to be said, don't you want to go in the house? And Rusty, my father-in-law to be, said, oh, let's just take some dynamite and blow it up. So that's the only thing for this old house. And she told me, she said, I know him better than you do. Said, you'll get a little 2-room house in a path. So we better go in and see if we can salvage it. So that was my welcome to Childress County, Texas.